Welcome back mga kabos. Ako nga pala si Boss Dandan. Ang channel na ito ay bagong-bago. Subscribe po kayo at panoorin ang mga nakakatakot na video tungkol sa mga reaction ko. So kayo na po bahala. Bahala kayo kung mag-subscribe o hindi. Kung papanoorin nyo hindi. Pero sana po please mag-subscribe po kayo. So ang title niya pala nito ay The Scariest Videos Officers Cannot Explain. Hindi ko alam kung kanino to, pero simulan na natin to.
Two guys who explore abandoned places decided to check out this old house that the locals say is haunted by something that lives in the walls. Whatever it is doesn't like visitors and gets angry when people come inside. So, these two explorers are going through the house, and at some point they decide to separate and cover more ground by checking different areas on their own. After they split up, one of the guys starts hearing weird noises coming from somewhere in the house. His first thought was that Edgar, the other explorer, was messing with him and trying to scare him as a prank. But then a few seconds go by and he realizes something way more disturbing is actually going on. You need to watch this part carefully.
Oh, puta. Grabing bahay to ah.
Quelqu'un?
Oh! Feeling ko feeling ko may ano sa likod ko, puta.
Abusé. Oh la dinguerie. C'est qui là-bas? Y'a quelqu'un? Bon allez, je vais dire ça comme ça. Si c'est un démon, fais-moi bouger autre chose.
Uy!
Ah mais c'est obligé, y'a quelqu'un là-bas. Y'a quelqu'un qui se cache ici? Quelqu'un qui se cache ici, c'est obligé.
Kage, wala. Wala. Walang tao. Oh my God! May balahibo ko ah. Anak ng tokwa. Malagya ka. Bigla mo tinutok yung camera sa'yo. Tumawa ka pa. Gulat ako dun ah. Anak ng tokwa.
Je suis entouré par un démon?
Kala niya siguro pinaprank siya eh. No?
Edgar. Edgar.
Kage, walang ibang tao.
It wasn't Edgar making those sounds at all. That's when he understood that all the rumors people told about this house were actually true. But things get even worse later on when both explorers finally find each other again during the investigation. Watch what happens next really carefully.
Oh,
Quelqu'un?
eh! Maga yan ha.
C'est un truc de fou, gros.
S'il y a une entité ici avec moi, fais-moi bouger autre chose, s'il te plaît.
Fais attention, fais gaffe.
Ah, tama ba yun? Tama ba yung narinig ko? Ah, boyset, sabi niya.
Pour te rassurer, je suis là en paix. Et je suis en retour. Si c'est un démon, pour confirmer si c'est toi, bouge-moi un objet.
Ouais, je pense que c'est un démon.
Confirme-moi que c'est toi.
Shit.
La dinguerie.
Huwag niyo hamunin, hinahamon niya ata eh.
Hallucinant.
That whole area of the house was completely trashed. You could feel how abandoned the place was, like some kind of strange presence was there, making itself known through things you'd see in a poltergeist situation, with objects suddenly moving around on their own. So what exactly was causing all this? Some people think there might be a spirit attached to the property, maybe somebody who used to live in that house a long time ago, and for whatever reason, their spirit got trapped there and can't move on.
Wala akong nakitang multo eh, pero creepy pa rin, no? Nakakatakot pa rin kahit wala tayong nakitang multo, no? Hindi ko ma-explain kung ano yun. Kung gawa-gawa lang ba o ano, pero kung may nakita tayong anino na multo talaga, so makakapaniwala talaga ng multo. Pero wala, dit pa rin tayo. Kulang ang takot, pero takot na.
There's this guy talking to a police officer about something terrifying that just happened to him, something he has no way of explaining. So this guy ended up calling the cops because of his ex-wife, worried that maybe someone was hurting her or that something really bad was going on with her because she left him these really disturbing voicemails that freaked him out. Take a look at this.
So I'm pulling up. This is from last night. Did you saw the email I sent you?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you want to go through these again, but I don't know if you listen to them. They're f***ing scary.
Clearly something's going on with her. Like, that's not normal behavior.
This is I don't know how you make your voice sound like that.
Right. Wanted to file charges on you or Camila for dropping the kids off to her parents' house when nobody was there. And I'm like, and she was claiming that it's neglect, and I'm like, that's not neglect. You know, the kids are old enough, I think,
Saturday,
you know.
Sunday. So we didn't even have kids Saturday.
But she's talking back like
This was something happened prior.
which was never reported then.
Obviously, the ex-wife has her own issues with him, but the voicemails she left him were so disturbing that now he's actually scared of her. When the officer listens to them, she tells him he should get a restraining order to stay away from her.
Well, they're in my custody.
Okay, so you had them last night when these voicemails were coming in?
And I saw them this morning. And that is scary. Like, that gave me chills the first few times. And I was talking to my barber today. It's at what point does she decide to do something actually crazy?
Right.
I don't know how.
Hindi ko maintindihan masyado, kunti lang naintindihan ko.
It really sounds
Hindi ako talaga sa English, no?
like you need to proceed with like a no contact order.
Yeah.
But I mean, that doesn't sound like she's in her right state of mind at all.
No.
So it's like
If she had my kids last night, I would be really fucking scared.
Absolutely,
I
I
would be
agree.
calling you to go check on them because I couldn't tell if that was my daughter screaming for help or what the that noise is.
Right.
So I'd be freaking out. Luckily, they were with me, and I'm not concerned about them. But they are gonna go back with her.
all right, do me a favor and play them. Just because I have what you sent me, and I'll submit
putting it
those
on
already,
camera.
but just to put them on camera, yeah.
Ayun pala. Grabe na, ang creepy ng boses, no? Ang creepy. Yo, no, me. Pag ang creepy naman yan.
You can hear his ex-wife's voice
Ang creepy.
changing over and over again in the recording, and he's convinced she sounds like someone who's been possessed by something. She's never had any history with drugs before, and apparently this weird behavior just started happening randomly. In some parts she's begging for help, and in other parts she claims she's already dead, and then she starts speaking in these strange languages nobody can understand. His biggest concern is that the kids are supposed to go back to stay with her when it's her turn to have custody. Once the officer finished listening to those voicemails, she agreed with him, and they're moving forward with arresting the ex-wife in person. Does this woman need an exorcism, or what? Over in Indonesia, there's this woman called Marlena, whose little
Ang
boy
creepy nun, no? Asawa niya ba yun, di ba? Di ko masyado naintindihan eh, sorry. Di ko masyado naintindihan yung English pagka sobrang lalim na eh. So, Tagalog lang talaga ako, tsaka Binisaya. Ah, sorry pero ang creepy ng boses na yun Naintindihan ko yung yung iba. Pero pagka yung malalalim English na talagang hirap na tayo dyan. So, aminado ako dyan. So, pagpasensyahan nyo na subscribe pa rin kayo
kept telling her he was seeing a ghost walking around inside their apartment. Marlena's first reaction was to think it was nothing, just his imagination running wild. You know how kids get spooked by shadows that fall the wrong way in a dark corner. Then one day her son actually started filming, and what he got on camera made Marlena start doubting herself. She was so freaked out by the footage that she actually started thinking maybe there really is something supernatural living in their apartment with them.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Sorry. Putan, ang creepy nun
When you watch the video, you can see what looks like someone or maybe something peeking around the wall right next to Marlena.
What the?
Marlena's balcony. The second the boy spots it, he completely freaks out, takes off running, and starts screaming for his mom. Marlena runs over to the balcony to see what scared him so badly, but by the time she gets there, nothing's there. Here's where things get really hard to make sense of. She says there's absolutely nothing on the other side of that wall, just a straight drop all the way down to the street. There's no ledge out there, no walkway. Absolutely nowhere that anyone could stand or climb around from to peek inside. And if that wasn't already creepy enough, Marlena says her son got sick just a few hours after filming this strange footage and stayed sick for several days before he finally started to get better. So what are we looking at here? Just some weird shadow playing tricks near the balcony? Or did this kid actually catch the same ghost on camera that he'd been trying to tell his mom about?
Tingnan mo siya, ang puti ng mukha Pero yung halatang tao talaga, Mas matatakot pa ako dito sa Mas nakakatakot to, natatakot niya ako, pero mas nakakatakot dito ang mga magnanakaw, Mas nakakatakot 'yun. Kasi tao talaga na pwede ka pwede ka patayin, saksakin, Pero mga ganito nagpapakita lang, nakakatakot pero literal na nakakatakot, pero mas nakakatakot talaga pag pinasok ka ng magnanakaw, walang iya.
Back in 2019 in Hong Kong.
So yun, kumbaga para sa akin, natatakot talaga, pero natakot ako sa video na yun, pero sa tingin ko parang gawa-gawa lang, parang tao lang parang naka-make up lang, ganun. Pero ang creepy talaga. So yun lang naman.
A really bad accident happened on one of the well-known roads there. When the emergency crew showed up, they did everything they could to help, but it was already too late. The driver had died. One of the responders was filming as part of their standard procedure when something really strange happened.
Yung mga kawawa talaga pag na-aksidente, Yung malalang aksidente. Ano na, kunwari, nakamotor ka, tas nasa likod ka ng sasakyan, no? Tapos, dun sa unahan, makikita mo na, ano, na disgrasya, malala, no? Talaga, kawawa. Kawawa talaga.
right in front of them.
Uy, gagi, may lumipad. Nakita nyo? Tingnan nyo, ang bilis, ha? Ano kaya yan? No? Isa pa.
Something white seems to come out from inside the vehicle
Oh? Ano kaya yun, no?
and rises up into the sky before
Ang bilis eh.
disappearing completely.
Oh?
But what exactly is that thing?
Ano ba yung kaluluwa ba yun? Pero ang liit, no? Yung puti, oh, tinan mo. Ang bilis, eh.
If you look closely, none of the people standing around the crash site seem to have
Oh, hindi nga nila na ano, eh. Sa video lang na ano, eh.
noticed it at all. So if it was a bird, then everyone totally missed it.
Oh,
But
talaga, kung makikita na ano yun, kung ibon, lilipad. Ang dami ba naman nila dyan?
what if, like a lot of people think, they actually captured the moment when the accident victim's soul left their
Nyo? Imposible, hindi lang mapapansin yan. Sa camera talaga, klarong-klaro, eh, no? Ano kaya yung naging ano nito? Pakiramdam yung nagbibideo nung nakita niya to. Curious lang ako.
body without even realizing it.
Pero kawawa talaga yung ano, aksidente, no? Lalo na kung ang dahilan ng pagka-aksidente eh, sa mga ano, sa motorsiklo na ano, makakamote. Tayong, wag na. Mga walang iya yung makamote na yan eh. Bigla-bigla na lang ito. Sobrang bilis magpatakbo, no? Tas binangga ka bigla. Siya yung bumangga, tas ikaw yung kulong. Lintik na buhay yan, no?
There's this woman named Alex from France who swears her house is genuinely haunted. Objects moving on their own, shadows caught in the corner of her eye, sounds she can't explain. Weird stuff happens in this place and it keeps getting worse. That's why Alex
creepy ng
started
bahay na
recording
to. Katakot tong bahay na to eh.
everything, hoping to document what's happening while she looks for help.
Na, may kumakatok na. Yung ba yun? Walang yung bahay yan. Alis ako dyan eh. Ako tumira dyan. Kala ko. Putsang ina, nakakatakot ang bahay na to. Bakit ganyan ang style? Ay! Puta. Oo! Pusa, tumakbo pusa. Pusa lang yun, pusa. Pusa lang yun. Nauubo ako sa takot ah. Agi, buksan mo yung ilaw. Putsa. Anak ng tukwa ka. Ang dilim, buksan mo. Yan. Ha? Ano yun? Ano, may nagsalita? Pati hagdanan ang creepy. Alang yung bahay to ah. Wala. Daming pusa eh, no? Tama ba? Tama ba narinig ko? Sounds, kala ko sounds yun. Piano pala yun. Oh! Anak ka. Nagulat ako dun. Oh! Gumagalaw yung silya. Ba't parang bukas ng TV pala doon, di ba? Wala na, mayroong tao. Na, feeling ko talaga may tao sa likod ko eh. Bukas yung TV eh. Wala naman ba tao eh.
When the piano starts playing by itself, Alex
Sabi ko na nga ba, piano nga pala yun, no? Kala ko, sound effect. Piano pala yung tumutugtog na yun.
is clearly freaked out, but she decides to go investigate anyway. On her way there, she has to listen to whatever's haunting her house, try to scare her by copying her son's voice.
Maman?
And as if that wasn't enough already, when she reaches the living room, the piano goes quiet, and that's when some books get knocked over by something
Biglang huminto yung tugtog ng piano. Ang creepy ng bahay na to. Ayoko magpabahay ng ganyan kung papalarin ako yumaman.
you can't even see. But the final touch to this absolutely terrifying night was watching an old rocking chair move all by itself, back and forth with nobody there. Something really confusing and deeply unsettling.
Patay yung balahibo ko. Ang creepy ng video na to. Ito, literal. Kahit wala kang nakikita, pero ramdam talagang takot eh. Ramdam talaga yung panlalamig sa likod ko. Feeling ko may tao talaga.
Got caught on camera during a live television broadcast that went out to everyone watching, while a political commentator and lawyer was doing an interview over Zoom. Seemingly by herself, you can see the moment when something peeks out in the background. Most people missed it completely, but some viewers definitely caught it, and even managed to screenshot the strange appearance.
Folks talking about her sleeping her way to the top.
Oh, shit! Oh my God! Tao ba to? Multo. Pero parang parang glitch. Oh.
She's up against his folks lying about her border record, calling her.
A strange
Oh! Kumatay yung ilong ka.
figure, you could almost say it's kind of a gray color, shows up in the back. It peeks out from a corner, but then it
O
quickly
iba ang kulay eh. Kung tao yan, dapat ganito ang kulay niya dito sa taong nag-ano to sa babae na to. Dapat parang mapula-pula no. Kasi malinaw naman yung camera eh. Ito iba eh. Parang kupas. Parang parang yumao na no.
pulls back and disappears. But could this really be some kind of ghostly appearance? Even
Feeling ko talaga may tao sa likod ko.
if we try to come up with some logical reason for it.
Oo nga no. Oo na, tas nawala. Legit. Multo.
Even the hands look strange and wrong. So if
Oh?
it was just because of poor video quality, then how do you explain all these unsettling details we're seeing?
Ano to? Presidential ba to? politiko. Iyo? Babae ba, lalaki?
What you're about to watch is
Oh, ang creepy.
going to seriously freak you out. A young hiker named Angel recorded this and posted it online. He was walking across a bridge super early in the morning and didn't notice anything unusual at the far end.
Ano to? Siguro mga alas 3, alas 4.
I'm going to show you this creepy footage right now. Tell me if
Nakakatakot ang ano na to, daanan na to. Grabe yung tuloy na
you
to.
catch it on your first watch. Keep your eyes open.
Ayan, kala ko ano. Bubulat ako ng walang dahilan Bilis eh. Ganyan kami dati eh. Pag napadaan sa tulay sa hanging bridge, ang bilis na takbo eh. Walang hiya, daanan na to.
Were you able to spot it?
Ano yun?
It happens right there at the bridge's far end, just seconds before Angel turns his camera around. You can see this weird dark shape dart quickly across to the
Ayun
right.
nga, no,
It's
ayan, no.
fast, but you can definitely make it out. What makes it even creepier is when he actually turns around to look. There's
Ayan, no.
absolutely nobody there. Nothing left behind, completely silent, and no way to explain it.
Oh. Naalala ko tuloy yung ano, nung pumunta kami ng Infanta, yung nagdagat kami dun, tapos 2 days kami dun 2 days. Tapos umuwi kami ng ano, alas 7. So, uwi kami dito ng Rizal. Bali, kulang-kulang halos 4 na oras ang biyahe. Nasa ano na kami, Siniluan. Malapit na siguro kami sa Siniluan, iliblib na. Yung ano talaga, kakahuyan na, sa bundok kasi, daan talagang nakakita ko ng ano doon, matandang lalaki, uugod-ugod na talaga, naglalakad sa ano, sa gilid ng kalsada may tungkod. Ang bagal na talaga, wala namang kabahay-bahay doon. Talaga, literal, talagang maputi siya, maputi ng, di ko basta maputi, di ko alam kung aswang, multo, aswang o tao. Pero ang creepy talaga nun. Sinabi ko sa asawa ko nakita mo ba yun? Kasi nakaangkas sa motor ko Nakita mo ba yun? Kako, may matanda doon. Hindi daw din napansin. Pero yung sinusundan namin na truck, kasi kakasamahan namin yun, yung driver, nagsabi, yung nakaupo doon sa harap, nagsabi nakita din daw nila yon yung matanda. Nagtaka nga daw sila kung bakit may matanda roon. Nakakatakot din, no? So, yun lang. Share ko lang yun Pero, creepy talaga. Ang bilis na wala no?
A lot of people think these things don't stick around for very long. They only show themselves briefly, just enough
Pero tao na naglalakad na nakaitim. Pero, tingin ko walang ano yan dyan. Grabe naman, sobrang itim. Mula ulo hanggang pa, puro itim.
time to get caught on camera, but not enough for us to figure out what they are. And that's how they feed off your feed.
Ba't kasi lumabas ka ng ganyang oras? Dapat antay mo na ng umaga. Tapang mo rin no?
There's even
Jogging.
this theory that certain spots, like bridges or
Dilim-dilim
isolated
pa,
trails, work as some kind of threshold, areas where something moves from one place to another. So let me ask you, what would you actually do if you witnessed something like that? What's coming next took place in one of the most crowded, yet also one of the creepiest locations you can imagine. We're talking about the
shit.
subway system in Mexico
yun?
City, with
Anak
all
ng
those
tukwa, ano yun?
tunnels, all that concrete, and the non-stop echo of trains going by. It's the kind of setting where
Tren?
many people swear there's more going on than just urban legends. That's because there are tons of people who talk about sensing presences and witnessing
Tingnan nyo.
things that can't be explained at
Ito.
all. Watch
Oh, ang
carefully
bilis
what's coming up next, because
Pag
a security
sabog
camera down in the Mexico City subway caught
Parang
something really
hinila
strange on tape that would make anybody's skin crawl.
Sabog
Get ready for this.
Oh, di ba? Parang hinila, no? Bang! Buti walang tao dyan.
That was definitely more than just strange.
Anak na to, feeling ko talaga may tao sa likod ko.
The cleaning machine sitting near those workers suddenly got hurled with serious force, like something you couldn't see shoved it straight onto the tracks. There's nobody anywhere close to it. You can't spot any kind of mechanical problem or anything obvious that would make it move like that. The way that machine
Wala bang wire yun? Wire? Baka nahila yung wire? Pero wala naman, ba? Iwan ko, malabo yung video eh.
gets thrown and how hard it goes. None of that looks accidental. It
Pero
really
wala.
looks like something
Layo naman kung doon saksakan sa likod. Eh, meron naman dito,
stepped in, like some kind of presence we can't see actually messed with the physical world around it.
Kati ng ilong ko.
Night after night, always at exactly the same time, he kept experiencing this totally disturbing scene. He started hearing sounds that seemed to be coming from the back area of the location, even though he checked over and over, going outside multiple times to investigate. He never found a single thing. He finally decided to try something else. He focused on one of the security cameras that was aimed directly at the area next to an empty lot and started recording, having no idea what he was actually about to capture on video. There was no way anyone could explain this logically.
Tunjukkan dirimu buat semua yang ada di sini. Hati-hati buat semua penunggu yang ada di sini. Mendekatlah.
Right at that moment, the camera jerked to the left, a typical kind of movement you'd see in the way it normally records footage.
Uy! Ala! Oh! Nakuha sa video yun. Babae, di ba?
The still figure of a woman in white,
Oh?
frozen in place like she'd just materialized in
Ito, legit to. White lady to.
seconds where there'd been absolutely nothing an instant earlier. When the security guard reviewed the footage, his first thought was maybe he was seeing things wrong, some trick with the lighting, or possibly the camera malfunctioning. But
No, hindi Imposible naman na magmamalfunction ng ano. Ano nga ba yung malfunction? Pero hindi sa tingin ko, totoo yun. Nakuha sa camera. Pero sasabihin na ano lang sa camera, hindi Legit yung multo. Creepy.
after
Anak
looking more
ng tokwa.
carefully, he realized the truth.
Oh, di ba? Niwala ka rin
This wasn't just some shadow. It was clearly a woman standing there. That's when the fear took over.
Kung hindi ito multo, totoong tao. Pero posible naman, lote na bakanting lote, ganyan ka Tapos tingin ko malayo naman sa sibilisasyon, anong ginagawa niyan dyan? Siguro, yan dyan? Dyan tinapon yung bangkay. Kaya nagpapakita siya ng ganyan. So, naniniwala ba kayo kapag nagpakita siya yung ganyan, ibig sabihin humihingi ng tulong sa'yo? No? Tulungan mo kaya? Tingin ko, iwan ko, depende. Kung ako.
Completely. Some people think that when these kinds of things happen with such precision, it's not coincidence. It's something deliberate, something attempting to make contact. There's talk of spirits bound to a location, stuck there, going through the same pattern over and over while searching for a way out. This guy had just made a quick stop at 7-Eleven and was walking back to his dorm by himself around 2 in the morning. But the second he stepped inside, he noticed something strange.
สิ่งที่ปิดประตูแล้วเข้ามานี่ไม่ได้ตัดต่อเลยนะ
Thailand.
เลขหนึ่งเลข
Sawadika.
สองเลขสาม
Multo diha.
เลขสี่ห้าหนึ่งสองสามสี่
Ayaw, cool. Multo diha, cool.
ห้าชี้จานกับชี้จานกลับเข้าห้องมาให้ปิดไฟนะ
Ano yun? Kagi. Oh, shit. Sorry. Nakatayo. Sarado mo kasi yung ano, kortina.
Right when he switches the lights
Oh.
off, there's a dark shadowy figure visible through the window, standing out on the balcony, even though it's way too high off the ground for someone to reach. He thinks maybe a burglar managed to climb up there, so he waits near the entrance for a bit, but eventually works up the nerve to investigate.
มีอะไรนะน่ะอันนี้เปิดประตูด้านนอกนะ
Kagi, wala.
ตรงนี้เนี่ย
Wala rin naman nakaano na mga nakasampay. Wala rin naman.
อันนี้ที่สอง
Baka yung bakal na yan, yung sampayan na yun.
When he opens the door, the balcony is completely empty, and he's got no idea what he actually saw. He attempts to recreate what happened that night, but nothing he tries produces that shadow figure again. The big
Ay,
question is,
yun.
what exactly was out there on his balcony at
wala
2 in the
eh.
morning?
Ang creepy. Kung nasa Korea pa naman ako, halos akala ko hindi ako matatakot nun sa Korea kasi iniisip ko lang multo. Lintik yan, yung nasa warehouse, yung nasa trabaho na kami, dalawa kaming katrabaho ko na Batanggenyo. Nakakita ko doon ng talaga, shadow. Talagang bata na nakaput, basta maano mo na bata talaga. Pero ang nakita ko walang mukha, talaga siya, parang damit lang. Ang bilis yun. Doon sa may sa warehouse. Ang bilis ng gumano no, bilis. Umano lang, parang umano lang sa mata ko. Gumanon lang, parang dumaan lang. Yun lang, tas hindi ko mapaliwanag yun kasi minsan pinapatay pag nag-overtime kami. Pinapatay na namin yung ilaw, tapos kinabukasan, sasabihan kami, hindi daw namin pinatay yung ilaw. Kitang-kita sa CCTV na pinatay namin, tapos nagbukas nung nireview nila. So, ayaw nila maniwala na sa amin na pinatay namin yun. Tapos nung nireview nila, doon na sila naniwala. Kahit ako nun. Pero, ang tapang ko nun doon eh. Parang wala akong takot. Pero nung naano ko yun, lintik yan. Di na. Halos nakaano na lang ako dun sa tinitirahan namin na container van. Di na ako pagka lalo na pag taglamig, di na ako nalabas. Doon na lang ako.
This mom, Tara, spotted something disturbing on her daughter's bedroom security feed after getting a motion notification. The timestamp shows 1:47 a.m. when something wakes her daughter, and this is what she catches on camera.
Ba't kaya yung ibang yung anak nila, inihiwalay nila sa pagtulog, no? Yung mga ganyang kaliliit pa. Papayag ako, 12 anyos o 15. Pwede ko na papahiwalay yun sa kwarto. Okay, doon ka matulog sa kabilang kwarto. Kasi, baka maano mo na yung, marinig mo yung yung lagapak eh. Pero pag mga ganitong talaga inihiwalay na nila eh. May sarili ng higaan dito sa lapag. Ganun, di kaya sa kabilang kwarto. E paano kapag kawawa lang ang bata eh. Uh. Ito, nakaangat na.
The daughter woke up because of weird noises she'd been hearing around the room. Scared, she pulls herself into a ball under the blankets. Then the duvet suddenly lifts up by itself. And you can tell it's not the girl doing it, since after she gets up, the same thing happens once more. If the
Oo nga. Hindi nga hindi yan siya.
girl had caused it, you'd see the blankets shift from her side along with the pillow. But the pillow doesn't budge at all. There are also other odd sounds that can be heard, which are what actually woke her initially. And those voices sound like an elderly woman speaking. After that,
Tapang hindi man lang umiyak. Yung bata.
you can see an orb shoot across the bedroom. Now, Tara's living in her grandmother's old house, and her nan died a little over a year back. So she thinks this is her nan coming to visit her granddaughter.
Ooh.
People often say that kids can pick up on paranormal stuff way easier than grown-ups can. Kristen's a young mom living in the States, and she figures her little girl's just like any other kid. One afternoon, when it was just the two of them at home, she needed to go downstairs and throw in some laundry. So she set her daughter down in the playpen and turned on some videos to keep her busy. She does this all the time whenever she's got housework to take care of. But on this particular day, something really unsettling went down. When Kristen gets back upstairs, she notices her daughter's holding something in her hand. Something that definitely wasn't anywhere close to that playpen before she'd left.
Kumalaw. Napansin din ng bata eh. Pulutin niya. God, may multo nga. May kalaro? May kalaro nga, may kalaro.
Luckily, Kristen had installed a baby monitor right above the playpen earlier, so she could check in on her little one. And the whole thing got recorded. Her daughter's sitting there quietly watching TV
May kalaro ata yun.
when all of a sudden she turns toward the bedroom door and starts blowing kisses like there's somebody standing right there. According to Kristen, she was definitely the only one home, and she was all the way downstairs at the time. But here's where it gets even weirder. A few moments later, something drops right into the playpen. Kristen tells us it's an old bottle stem that her daughter stopped using ages ago. The thing was stored away somewhere far from the playpen, and she can't figure out how it just suddenly landed next to her kid like that. Then right after, a bottle smacks against the playpen wall, like somebody actually tossed it. Her daughter glances back at the doorway again, and blows one more kiss, like she's definitely seeing someone standing over there. Freaked out, Kristen searched the entire house to make sure no one had broken in without her noticing. They hadn't. With no explanation for the baby monitor footage, she posted it online, hoping someone could help figure it out, then followed up with another video sharing more details.
So this is my daughter's playpen that she was in when the bottle thing happened. So she was standing right here. The stem would have fallen about here. And as you can see, like directly in front of that on the other side is the toy bin where the bottle had landed. It landed about here. There's nothing around that the bottles could have come from, especially because like they landed straight down. So there's a little dresser, and then over there in there is where the dressing room is, which is where the bottles were, where I put everything before I went downstairs to take everything out. So really no explanation. There's the monitor that caught it.
People watching were stumped, and Kristen's explanation only made things more confusing. Many pointed out how strange it is that both items seem to appear from nowhere. Some viewers suggested it could be a loved one's ghost trying to connect with the baby. Kristen
Oo.
mentions that her mom died 5 years back, but
Gusto
she's
lang
really not
makipaglaro yun
convinced
sa
her
bata.
mother's spirit would act like this. Her mom tossing stuff at her granddaughter just doesn't fit at all with who she was, which leaves everyone wondering, if it's not the baby's grandma doing this, then what exactly are they dealing with here?
Batang multo, gusto makipaglaro.
Now let's take a look at another video from the dark dimension. This time we will be looking at a short clip taken on the side of a highway. A group of friends has had their car broken down while on the road, and they are now waiting for help with their car. While they wait, one of the guys decides to pull out his phone and film a bit of the experience. It's not every day you stand on the side of the freeway. He ends up capturing something completely unexpected, however.
Oh, biglang lumitaw oh. White lady. Tawanan pa kayo ah. Oh, nawala oh. Nawala no? Creepy. Anak ng tokwa. Legit. Hindi kaya edit yun?
A woman appears on the side of the highway, dressed in a long white dress.
Oo nga,
The
yun oh.
figure is visible only for a few moments before it disappears into the fog. It also doesn't appear that the group notices the spirit at the moment of filming.
Spirit.
What could possibly have been captured here? There doesn't seem to be any explanation other than paranormal that makes
Pero kahit sa ano no, kahit sa ibang bansa ganun pa rin suot no. Kahit dito, yung mga ganyan kapag kami nagpapakita na ganyan, parehas na parehas ang suot no. Ganyan, maano, nakabistida na ano, puti, dress pala. Ano no? Parehas lang. Sa ibang bansa, pati dito sa Pilipinas no.
much sense. But what is this spirit doing on the side of a busy freeway? Some viewers are speculating that this must be the spirit of someone who passed on in a car crash in this spot.
Pare, dahil sa pagkadisgrasya, dyan namatay, tapos yan, nagpaparamdam. Kawawa naman.
Others wonder if she might have appeared here to warn someone of imminent danger, given her white dress and non-threatening aura. Do you think either of these theories could be true? Or is there another explanation for this eerie sighting?
So, hindi talaga may papaliwanag yan. Na ganyan. So, ayun nga, no. So, tapos na. So, sulit na sulit to. Ang haba, no. So, nakakatakot. So, ayun nga, no. So, panahon na. Oras na para humusga. So, natakot ako sa video na to, May iba na, may iba na hindi ako naniniwala na multo. Pero, talagang hindi mo may papaliwanag karamihan dun sa video na yan, Kasi, nakakatakot, Takot ako, So, kayo na lang, napanood nyo naman, So, ganun din naman, So, kayo na humusga kung totoo nga ba o hindi. Kaya nga yung title, hindi may paliwanag. So, yun lang, kayo na humusga dahil ako, natatakot ako, Feeling ko kasi kanina may tao dito sa likod ko. So, yun lang. Kung umabot ka man sa video na to at kung nagustuhan mo, subscribe. Maraming salamat.